All right, Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair is finally out in the U.S. If you don't know the story behind this movie, basically Tarantino wanted to make both Kill Bill movies one big movie, but of course people who were financing the movie were like, "Yeah, almost a 4 hour movie with all this plot, it just is not gonna work, buddy. So you got to make it two." And in the long run, it worked out money wise, but it's not the creative's original vision. So in Japan, they did release The Whole Bloody Affair, and I think a couple other countries. I could be wrong about that, but I know for Japan they did. And fans have really wanted this version of the movie in the U.S. Because you know, I mean, it's a version. Why not? And unfortunately, we just never got it. There were people who had bootleg versions of it that they bought online or made themselves, right? But no one's actually been able to actually get it and see it for themselves. And now they finally did it. Now I will say this is different from the version in Japan, from what I understand, which is that there's new animated segments to this and things like that. But yeah, the point of this movie is it's the closest version of what Tarantino was originally intending with this movie, or movies, I should say. And I gotta say, it was a daunting task to see this movie, because this was a 4 hour and 35 minute movie. Because it's got both parts in it. It did have a 15-minute intermission, but it still took up the whole goddamn day. I went in at 12 o'clock and didn't get home till 5 because it got out at 5 o'clock basically. So that's what for a movie like this. So I do love this movie. Uh, Honestly, I will tell you this. It's not that dissimilar from watching both movies back to back if you choose to do that. So I know people do that. Um, I think they actually flow better as part one and part two, if that's how you're used to viewing them. But I would say I'd rather see it like this, because one of the setbacks of watching part them in pieces is all you think about with part one is, oh, the action isn't as strong as it was in part one. But when you watch them as one story that just keeps going and flowing, it doesn't feel that way. And I think that really adds a lot to this movie, really helps it, and makes for a really strong viewing experience. It's got beautiful cinematography, um, and great performances, you know, and great acting. It's got all the stuff that you love about Kill Bill. It's just the same movies again. But I do think that it really is enhanced by that. Also, there is changes to the thing where they've rearranged some of the order of certain things. Everything flows a little bit better. So is it a huge difference? Not really, but I will say if you just like Kill Bill and you're curious about this experience, go do it. Especially if you want to see it in the theater, because the theater I saw it at, they're cutting their show times down to only 2 this week. And usually when they cut their show times down to 2 by Thursday, usually is a sign, okay, this isn't going to play anymore after this week, and we are going to get rid of this. So, very curious if that's what's going to happen with this, but I do really love this movie. Let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.